Good Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Tuesday. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and today, in an entertainment spotlight, he being part of my conversation with entrepreneur-photographer Wendell Bertrand. Many people here on Instagram know him as Dat Dude Duty. We'll be talking about the journey to where he is today. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Tuesday headlines. In Mississippi news, the Mississippi State Department of Health reported 1,227 new COVID-19 cases and 19 additional deaths on Monday. There have now been 240,309 COVID-19 cases in the Magnolia State and 5,186 coronavirus-related deaths in Mississippi since March of last year. There have also been more than 22 million COVID-19 cases in the United States, and more than 374,000 people have died, according to data from the Johns Hopkins University. The country has averaged almost 3,000 deaths a day for over the last week, the highest figure of the pandemic, according to Johns Hopkins. This past week also saw for the very first time the U.S. reported more than 4,000 coronavirus deaths in a single day on last Thursday. In more Mississippi news, new Mississippi state flag is official. Governor Tate Reeves signed a bill into law on Monday which adopts a new flag with a magnolia and the phrase "In God We Trust." The new flag replaces a Confederate-themed flag legislators mothballed 6 months ago. Voters approved the new flag in November, and legislators approved it earlier this month. The old Mississippi banner was the last state flag in the U.S. that included the Confederate battle emblem. In national news, House speeding to impeach Trump for Capitol insurrection. Poised to impeach, the House sped ahead on Monday with plans to oust President Donald Trump from office, warning he is a threat to democracy, and pushing the Vice President and Cabinet to act first in an extraordinary effort to remove Trump in the final days of his presidency. Trump faces a single charge, incitement of insurrection, after the deadly Capitol riot in an impeachment resolution that the House will begin debating on Wednesday. At the same time, the FBI warned ominously on Monday of potential armed protests in Washington and many other states by Trump loyalists ahead of President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration on January the 20th. In a dark foreshadowing, the Washington Monument was being closed to the public amid the threats of disruption. It all adds up to a stunning final moments of Trump's presidency as Democrats and a growing number of Republicans declare that he is unfit for office and could do more damage after inciting a mob that violently ransacked the U.S. Capitol last Wednesday. President Trump gravely endangered the security of the United States and its institutions of government, read the 4-page impeachment bill. He will remain a threat to national security, democracy, and the Constitution if allowed to remain in office, it reads. In more national news, U.S. ramps up vaccinations to get doses to more Americans. The U.S. is entering the second month of the biggest vaccination drive in history with a major expansion of the campaign, opening football stadiums, major league ballparks, fairgrounds, and convention centers to inoculate a larger and more diverse pool of people. After a frustratingly slow rollout involving primarily healthcare workers and nursing home residents, states are moving on to the next phase before the first one is complete, making shots available to such groups as senior citizens, teachers, bus drivers, police officers, and firefighters. In a related story, Biden gets second dose of vaccine as team readies COVID-19 plan. President-elect Joe Biden received his second dose of the coronavirus vaccine on Monday, 3 weeks after getting his first one, with television cameras rolling in an attempt to reassure the American public that the inoculations are safe. Biden took off his sport jacket and said, "Ready, set, go." The chief nurse executive administered the Pfizer vaccine at Christiana Hospital in Newark, Delaware, close to the president-elect's home. Scenes of the procedure aired on cable news moments after it occurred. In business news, Wall Street distanced itself from Trump and GOP after riots. A growing number of Wall Street banks and businesses have cut ties with President Donald Trump's campaign and financial arms, as well as the broader Republican Party, following last week's riots and insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. The move will cut off Trump's fundraising arm from what had been a steady stream of small dollar donations that are often solicited through emails and text messages. American Express and J.P. Morgan Chase have said they would no longer donate to candidates who supported last week's insurrection or did not vote to confirm President-elect Joe Biden's victory in the Electoral College. And finally, in entertainment news, this month's Paris Fashion Week goes totally digital. Ending the confusion over the fate of Paris Fashion Week, French fashion's regulatory body has said that this month's Paris men's and haute couture shows will be strictly audience-free over coronavirus fears. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's on time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Allow the rhythm of life to assist you to dance through life's pressures. When you feel stressed and hassled, you can relieve the pressure by focusing on your core and taking a deep cleansing breath. This will bring you back to the now moment, allowing the rhythm of life to begin to flow once more. Do not attempt to control the universe or God. You cannot. You must relax into the rhythm of life. Trust in God's divinely orchestrated plan. All will fall into place, turning out exactly right. Release any pressure on yourself by knowing there is always enough time to do exactly everything that needs to be done. Today, choose to focus on the rhythm of life to assist you to dance your way through life's pressures. And remember, enjoy the day.
As I mentioned, Wendell Bertrand is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Wendell Bertrand is someone who's made a name for himself not only because of his fitness journey, but also as an entrepreneur and photographer as well. He rejoined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about it. Here's a bit of that conversation. You've been able to do what so many people try to do, right? You've been able to make a name for yourself online, be able to share your offline journey. What has this experience been like for you to see the way that people have responded to your work?
Sometimes I still can't believe it. All I can do is, honestly, I just be myself daily and try to motivate as many people as I can because, like I said, I just can't believe it sometimes that just me being myself can attract so many people, or so many people are motivated or inspired by the things that I do.
Has it always been easy for you, though, Wendell, to be yourself? I think it is so important in business for sure, but is that something that has always been easy for you?
Not always. Sometimes it can depend on, like, the people that you're around. Sometimes we can have, like, the peer pressure, and sometimes we can be afraid to be ourselves authentically. But I think to be successful, to connect with more people, to the masses, you just have to authentically just be yourself and just go with the flow with everything.
Well, I think a lot of people, myself included, Wendell, got to know you because of the health and fitness journey that you began, of course, with your work with Herbalife, and then what you've been able to do, with people, not only through the products, but also through your own example. I mean, you literally have been front and center. I want to talk about that because, I mean, you have become a brand in yourself. Was that a conscious thing? I mean, did you realize that you were going to kind of be the person that people looked at as an example of what they could do?
Not at all, man. I swear, when I first began, like I mentioned before in the past, it was like I only started posting to Instagram to pretty much motivate myself, show myself what I don't like about myself, post things that I don't like so I can see what I want to change.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be back with you guys on tomorrow with more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.